everyone and welcome to Mojo's Fashion. In today's video, I will be showing you how to draft a skirt pattern using Mojo's method. If you haven't checked my previous video on how to take the measurement for a skirt, please have a look. I will leave the link in the description below. So, no further ado, let's get started. Okay, with that being said, I have to tell you that whenever I take the measurements, I like to do immediately the table, this table. This table is very easy. Don't get intimidated with this table because it's very simple. You just write down all the measurements, okay? And then all the measurements name, then the number, the size, and then how much ease you have to add, and you just add the ease and you get the number here of the measurement with the ease, okay? Then this will represent full body circumference, okay? But since we are dealing with pattern that represents only half of the body, we have to divide this measurement into two, okay? So we can go back and have only half of the body, not even half the body. I will name it the pattern measurement, okay? Whenever I say pattern measurement, that means half of the body. It means front and back together, okay? So these will be the purple numbers will be the patterns measurement, okay? The pattern measurements. And then these measurements, okay, that represent half of the body, the pattern, we have also to divide them into two because we have to know how much should go for front and how much should go for back. So this number will represent the front and the back, okay? Not together, like the front will be this number and the back will be this number, okay? So as you can see here, the red is full body without ease. The blue is full body with ease. The purple will be half the body or the pattern. The green will be the front and back, front or back, okay? This one. Okay, in this step, you have to mark the biggest circumference you have among all of them. And since we are dealing with half of the body means the pattern, I will ignore all these. I will just look at the pattern measurement: 13, 38, 41, 53, 51, 39. So the biggest one is for the big hip circumference. Obviously, the big hip will be the largest circumference among all the circumference we had. Okay, so this one, keep it in mind, circle it, okay, because we will need it in the following step. Okay, for the next step, we have to draw the border of our pattern. As you can see, the border here, it's a rectangle. It's going to be a rectangle. This line, all the way to the back and go back again up. Okay, but how much should this one be? As you can see here in the mannequin, the length will be the length from the waist up till the floor. Okay, I'm here in the mannequin, it's not to the floor. I'll just show you, it's not to the floor. Okay, but yeah, whatever, we'll consider like this is the floor. Okay, and then the width, if you can see, it's loose in the waist level and loose here and loose here, and it's not fitted. It's only fitted at the level of the big hip level. So the dimension of this rectangle will be the big hip circumference, the pattern size, and the length will be the length of the skirt from waist to floor. So the first step we have to do after doing all the calculation, we have to draw the border. The border will measure, like I explained in the mannequin, the border will measure, the width of the border will be equal to the will be equal to the pattern big hip width, okay, which is 53 centimeters. I told you that I will leave the measurements in the description box below, okay, you can go and check that. And the length will be the same length of this side line length. As you remember, when we took these measurement for the skirt, we've taken like 3 measurements for the skirt: the front, side, and the back. But which one we have to use here? I always like to use the side line measurement. I will explain it much more further when we just go to the point later on. Okay, so just stay tuned and I will explain it to you. Okay, so the length here will be 102. Okay, always whenever you draft a pattern for the customer, just make it the same size from waist to the floor. Then you just change the length of the skirt depending on the style later on. Okay, especially if you are drafting it on a piece of paper. Okay, what does the border lines represent? Okay, as you saw in the mannequin, I will show it to you. Bear with me. Okay, here, as you can see here, this line represents the mid front, this line represents the mid back, and this line represents the waist, and this line represents the bottom of the skirt. Okay, mid front, waist, floor, and the back, mid back. So going back in here, okay, going back here, this will be mid front, and this one will be mid back, this one will be waist, and this one will be floor. Step 2. Okay, for step 2 we have to mark this side line. This side line will be on the side. Okay, it will divide the pattern into front and back. Okay, let's use our logic a little bit. It does make a sense that the back, especially for the skirt, the back is larger than the front, as there is a bulk of muscle located at the back. So it's impossible for the side line to be in the middle between the front and the back, mid front and the back. I mean, if you measure from mid front and to the mid back and you just divide it to half, okay, it will be wrong. Okay, it won't be right. Why? Because back is always larger than the front in skirt. Okay, but how large? Okay, basically I like to shift this line 1 centimeter toward the front. That will make the front smaller by 1 centimeter and the back will be larger by 1 centimeter. Okay, so using a measuring tape, I will keep it from here, the mid back, to the side line that's on the mannequin itself. As you can see here, it's 11.5 centimeters. Whereas the front, if I place it in the mid front to the back, to the sideline, the same sideline, it will be 10.5 centimeter. If in the mannequin the front is smaller than the back, which make a lot of logic. That's why I like to shift this line toward the front. Okay, if I place it exactly in the middle, it will be here. Okay, but we are not going to place it here. We'll shift it 1 centimeter toward the front, because this is what the logic says. Okay, 1 centimeter toward the front, so the back will be 1 centimeter larger than the front. Okay, also remember that all the movements we make by our hands is forward. Okay, so if you stand straight and you ask the person to keep their hands hanged on the side, you will find that their hands will shift automatically toward the front. It's not gonna come dropping like that straight perpendicular to the floor. Okay, it will be slightly toward the front, so the arm or the hand will will cover the seam lines here. If you keep this seam line in the back or in the center exactly, it will be obvious. But if you shift it toward the front, the hands will cover the side seam. I know it might sound like so sophisticated and detailed, but logically, this is what it should be. Okay, step 3 is I need to define where the seam lines will be. The seam lines will always be in the front, but exactly where in the front? So we, as I told you in the earlier video, in the previous one, that we took the measurement, the width bust point to a bust point, it was 20 centimeters. So since we are dealing with half of the body only, okay, so we will move from the center front toward the back 10 centimeters, and then we'll draw a line all the way straight to the floor. Okay, here, this is the mid front. Okay, this is the seam line that comes from the bust point all the way to the floor. Okay, so what we have done on the paper, we will do exactly the same on the mannequin. We move from the mid front around 10 centimeters, half the distance between these two bust points. As you can see, if this is 20, since we are using only half of the body, that means this is only 10 centimeters. So we will take this 10 centimeter here in the skirt, okay, and move from this side to inside, from the mid front to inside around 10 centimeter, and we will draw a line all the way to the floor. Step 4. Okay, step 4, we have to locate the big hip level. As you can see here, we need to know where to locate this big hip level, the circumference. Okay, shall I locate it here? Shall I locate it up? Shall I locate it down? I need the length to tell me exactly where to draw this line. Okay, so going back to the measurements, we will find that we took this measurement from waist to big hip at the side line. That one was around 20 centimeters. Okay, from the waist to the big hip. Okay, so going down from waist to the big hip, I will 20 centimeter, and then draw a line all the way from the mid front to the mid back. I hope that is clear. So going back in here, this is the waist, going down from the waist 20 centimeters, okay, and then take the ruler and draw a line from mid front to mid back. And this will be, I will show it to you, just 1 second. This line will be the big hip line. 5, defining the small hip circumference level. Okay, where shall I put the small hip circumference level? Okay, shall I place it here, there? Where should I place it? As I told you also earlier in my previous video, that small hip always located midway between the waist and the big hip measurement. Okay, circumference. So since we already know where our waist is, this is the waist. I will just make it. Okay, this is the waist and this is the big hip, so we have to take this measurement, the 20 centimeters, and divide it to half, which is 10 centimeter, and draw a line starting from mid front to mid back, as I'm showing you in here. Okay, Step number 6, determining the level of under hip circumference. Also, we have taken the measurement of this, we have taken the measurement of the under hip length, okay? If you go back to the measurements, you will find that we took the measurement from waist just to the level of under hip, okay, circumference, and we asked the customer to lean a little bit forward, as I will be showing you here in my book. Okay, here I'll ask the customer to lean a little bit forward, like 45 degrees, okay, maybe less even, okay, and then take the measurement from the waist to the under hip circumference, yes, okay, or level, okay. I had this measurement equal 35 centimeters from waist to under hip, okay, with the body lean forwards. And so since we know our waist, where does the waist start? Okay, the waist is already there in the block, okay, the border, it's one of the borders margin or the lines. So we know that we have to go down from the waist 35 centimeter and then draw a line from mid back to mid front, and that will locate, and that's how we locate the under hip circumference level. So going back here, I'll go from to the piece of paper. I'll go from waist downward 35 centimeters, and then I will draw a line all the way from mid front to mid back. And this is under hip, okay, under hip, and this is a small hip, okay. Step number 7, defining the high knee level, okay. As I also showed you earlier in the previous video, we took that measurement from the waist just until above the level of the knee, okay. I think it was 50 centimeters. So going back here, from the waist, we go all the way down 50 centimeter and then draw a line all the way from mid front to mid back, as I'm showing you in here, okay. Again, same thing for defining the baloney level, okay. So we'll go from waist downward 60 centimeters, the measurement we have taken, the measurement of the length of the baloney level, okay. It's like 60 centimeters, so from waist going down 60 centimeter, it will be here, start from mid front to mid back. The true knee will be located in the middle, so it's 55. So what you have to do is like calculate 50 plus 60 divide 2, it will be 55 centimeters. So this is, or you can just take the difference, this is you can just measure this area and divide it by 2, it will be the true knee, okay. So true knee is 55 centimeter. I like to mark it this way, okay. By that, we are done marking all the main lines of this skirt. Next video, I'll be showing you how to place the darts on this block, okay. So if you are interested, please go back and check the measuring the skirt measurements video, and I will link also the book. You can have a look at the book. I will also link the tables, the measurements table, in the also description box. So hope you like the video. If you like, please like, subscribe and share, and see you next video.